Have you ever stopped to wonder what really happens while you sleep? During the night, while your body rests, your mind is transported to a world of images, emotions, and scenarios so vivid that they defy the laws of physics and logic. But as soon as you wake up, these dreams seem to disappear like smoke. Why is that? Could it be that the brain erases our dreams as a protective measure so that we don't confuse reality with fantasy? Today we're going to delve into fascinating and sometimes disturbing theories about the mysteries of dreams and the essential role of dream amnesia in our minds. Get ready, because these revelations will challenge everything you thought you knew about the subconscious, memory, and the very nature of reality. The power of dream amnesia, protecting the mind from alternate reality. Every night when we go to sleep, our mind plunges into a state where the rules of everyday life are completely abolished. It's a world where the impossible becomes habitual. We fly, breathe underwater, talk to people from our childhood, experience intense joys, and face deep fears. This oniric universe, so vast and unrestricted, is essentially disconnected from what we call reality. However, when we wake up, almost all the details of these dreams dissipate like smoke in the wind. This phenomenon, known as dream amnesia, is a mystery that has fascinated scientists, psychologists, and philosophers for centuries. Contrary to appearances, this amnesia may be more of a feature than a fault of the brain. By forgetting our dreams, our mind seems to intentionally erase these experiences in order to protect us. Imagine carrying these disconnected and surreal memories into everyday life. The line between the real and the imaginary could easily blur, causing confusion and possibly leading to psychological disorders. Some researchers speculate that dream amnesia acts as a natural barrier that preserves our sanity and keeps us focused on what is essential to conscious life. This erasure mechanism acts as a kind of boundary between the dream world and the waking state, ensuring that our memories remain organized and anchored in everyday reality. Without this function, we could see our memories and perceptions fragmented, making it difficult to establish a sense of continuity and logic in our daily lives. So, rather than a mistake, dream amnesia seems to be a crucial tool for keeping our minds stable and focused on the here and now, providing mental clarity and emotional stability. Psychological firewall, the barrier between dreams and reality. A fascinating theory that tries to explain the forgetting of dreams is that of the reality firewall. Just as a computer's firewall prevents external threats from contaminating the system, the brain also seems to create a barrier between the reality of dreams and the waking state. In dreams, we experience extraordinary situations that defy logic in waking life. We can fly, control time, alter spaces, and even change our shape. It is believed that if these events were incorporated into long-term memory, the distinction between what we experience in a dream and what happens in waking life could become blurred, and our mind would face the risk of collapse. This mental firewall would then be an indispensable defense, allowing the brain to delimit the boundaries between these two realities and protect us from the overload of information incompatible with everyday life. The functioning of this barrier can be observed in extreme conditions, such as schizophrenia, where the person struggles to differentiate between the real and the imaginary, something that can occur when this barrier breaks down. This suggests that the firewall is a crucial mechanism for us to filter out what is relevant to our conscious state and keep our perception anchored in a coherent narrative. This theory helps to clarify why certain more traumatic or absurd dreams are quickly erased from memory. Our brain makes a safety boundary, allowing us to leave behind the surreal experiences of dreams when we wake up and reconnect with everyday reality. In addition, This barrier acts so that the intense emotions of dreams don't interfere with our daily emotional state either, saving us from carrying the anguish or euphoria that emerges in the dream into wakefulness. This psychological firewall, therefore, is more than a curiosity about how the brain works. It is a vital resource for our mental health and well-being, ensuring that our mind maintains the clarity and stability it needs to navigate the conscious world safely. Dream amnesia as an emotional shield, protection from internal storms. Imagine waking up and carrying the emotional weight of every dream you had during the night, from intense joys to deep fears. Dreams often transport us to scenarios of enormous intensity, both positive and negative, and reliving them on waking could become a significant emotional burden. The theory of emotional overload prevention suggests that dream amnesia acts as a defense mechanism, a strategy that the brain has developed to protect our emotional stability in the waking state. This emotional shield saves us from waking up immersed in a storm of feelings caused by experiences that didn't actually happen in our waking reality. Imagine, for example, a distressing dream in which we have lost something or someone important. By forgetting it, we prevent the fear, pain, or despair of that dream from affecting the start of our day and allowing us to move on emotionally intact. In this way, dream amnesia helps us to wake up emotionally clean, like a blank slate, ready to face the challenges of reality without the interference of dream experiences that have nothing to do with our present. Without this protection, we could wake up feeling sad, anxious, or even euphoric, without knowing the cause of these feelings, which could compromise our emotional balance and impact our ability to respond adequately to daily challenges. In addition, this process of selective forgetting allows our mind to maintain a coherent and functional emotional structure, preventing the ups and downs of dreams from disturbing our psychological state. Thus, this emotional shield of dream amnesia is essential to ensure emotional and mental consistency, allowing us to start each day with a sense of balance, security, and clarity, without carrying the weight of the emotions of dreams. Night cleaning, the selection of memories, and the role of dreams. During sleep, our brain goes through an intense activity of organizing and processing information, carrying out a kind of mental cleaning so that we can wake up mentally refreshed. This cleaning includes consolidating important memories, processing the day's events, and eliminating irrelevant or confusing data. And dreams are an essential part of this mental organization process. According to the theory that dreams are part of this brain cleanse, they represent the waste or byproducts of information that the brain has decided to discard. By processing and organizing an enormous amount of data, our subconscious ends up creating dream scenarios that are, for the most part, fragments of reorganized memories, disconnected and unimportant to everyday life. This is why these dreams are not saved and are forgotten when we wake up. This forgetting mechanism is important because if we kept all these fragments, our mind could become overloaded with unnecessary details and confusing interference, hindering our ability to concentrate on the present and process new information. Forgetting these dream residues is therefore essential for the brain to keep mental space available for what is really relevant and functional. By erasing these disconnected memories, the brain preserves only what it considers useful for our evolution and well-being. This cleansing process also contributes to our mental health and clarity of thought, as it protects us from an accumulation of information that could generate distractions, confusion, or even anguish. Ultimately, the function of dreams as byproducts of nocturnal mental organization allows us to wake up with a focused mind, ready to face reality with objectivity and efficiency. The mental cleansing that takes place while we dream ensures that our cognitive capacity is optimized, preserving what is necessary and eliminating excess, which makes this process of forgetting not only natural, but essential for a balanced and healthy mind. The evolutionary advantage. Forgetting dreams to survive. Forgetting dreams as soon as you wake up may seem simple, but this practice has an important function in the human evolutionary context. Imagine our ancestors living in a hostile environment where full attention to reality was essential for survival. Waking up with vivid memories of dreams could be a great risk, as they would lose focus on the present, compromising attention to threats such as predators or natural dangers. Thus, dream amnesia appears as an evolutionary advantage, a mechanism that helps the brain maintain a clear and practical perception of reality. According to this theory, forgetting dreams upon waking is a way of ensuring that the mental focus is on immediate needs, allowing our ancestors to be fully alert upon waking, ready to react to any situation of danger or opportunity that presented itself. This ability to leave the subconscious behind when we woke up allowed us to prioritize what was really necessary for our survival instead of becoming absorbed in irrelevant experiences from the dream world. This mechanism, engraved in our biology, is still seen in our modern brains. Even today, when we are far removed from the constant dangers our ancestors faced, our brains continue to prioritize the real over the imaginary by causing us to forget our dreams. In modern society, this may be less about escaping predators and more about keeping our minds clear of daily demands and responsibilities. This phenomenon highlights how, in one way or another, our brains are still programmed to preserve our focus and sanity. The fact that dreams are not completely retained is a feature that has strengthened our evolutionary adaptation, allowing us to continue to navigate the present with focus and discernment. Creativity and inspiration. How fragments of dreams fuel innovation. When we wake up and forget details of our dreams, the brain leaves loose pieces like fragments of a jigsaw puzzle. This feature is not a flaw. In fact, partial dream amnesia can act as a catalyst for creativity. Creative theory suggests that these fragments awaken new connections in the conscious mind, driving innovation and stimulating the imagination. By not retaining dreams in their entirety, the brain finds gaps and seeks to fill them, using new and surprising ideas. Many great thinkers and artists have been inspired by dream fragments to create iconic works. Paul McCartney's famous song "Yesterday," for example, came from a melody he heard in a dream, and he had to reconstruct and improve it when he woke up. This process of completing what was left incomplete by the dream exercises the mind, uniting creativity and reasoning. In the absence of a complete memory, the human mind is challenged to look for new associations, provoking a creative response and an impulse for invention. This selective forgetting becomes an important incentive for the mind to expand its ideas and dare to imagine something new, filling in the gaps left by the subconscious with something unique and original. If we remembered dreams in exact detail, this creative gap would be lost, as the mind wouldn't have the same need to complement or expand the dream fragments. Thus, selectively forgetting dreams can be a natural way of stimulating our capacity for innovation, offering a real platform for the imagination to flourish. With each forgotten piece, the mind creates something, forming new realities and works from what already exists in the subconscious, in a continuous process that gives life to discoveries, creations, and ideas that transform reality. Multiverses and dreams, windows to alternative realities. One of the most fascinating and at the same time speculative theories about dreams suggests that they could be windows to parallel universes. This concept is based on the idea that when we dream, we are temporarily connected to alternative realities, different versions of our own lives, but taking place in different dimensions or universes. Each dream could be a brief incursion into one of these realities, where we make different choices, experience different circumstances, or even assume different identities from those we have in our current reality. According to this theory, each decision we make can generate a new universe, a new branch, where a version of us lives a different life, and by dreaming, it would be possible to access these parallel universes and experience the lives of these other versions of ourselves. Forgetting these dreams upon waking can be a protective mechanism of the mind, essential for us to maintain our sense of identity and focus on our main reality. Imagine how confusing it would be to wake up and remember choices, environments, and situations that we never actually experienced. Carrying these alternative memories into everyday life would give us a sense of dislocation, a difficulty in knowing which life really belongs to us. This selective forgetting is perhaps the brain's way of preserving our sanity, preventing multiple realities from conflicting in our conscious mind. The theory of multiverses, although still an area of theoretical physics, arouses great interest among scientists and enthusiasts of the mystery of consciousness. Research in the field of quantum mechanics, especially the concept of quantum entanglement and the theory of many worlds, proposes that several realities can coexist simultaneously. If this is true, our dreams could actually serve as momentary bridges to these dimensions, offering glimpses of experiences that are not limited to our physical world. According to this view, dreams are like little portals, and the act of forgetting them is a self-protective measure by the brain, ensuring that we wake up connected to our own timeline. When considering this theory, we can think that the phenomenon of dreaming is a much deeper and more complex experience than merely a mental one. Perhaps our dreams are an expression of a much broader reality than the one we perceive when we wake up. Although this idea is only hypothetical, it invites us to reflect on the nature of the universe and the possibility that there are lives and experiences that go beyond our everyday understanding. In this way, forgetting dreams not only protects us, but also allows us to experience our individual reality in a cohesive way, preserving what we consider to be our identity and our personal history. The phenomenon of forgetting dreams goes far beyond a simple curiosity. It offers us a window into the deepest and most enigmatic layers of the human mind. Whether as an emotional protection mechanism, an evolutionary adaptation for survival, or even a bridge to alternative realities, each theory reveals the essential role of forgetting in keeping our minds focused, balanced, and aligned with reality. This process of dreamlike amnesia challenges us to reflect on the nature of consciousness and how nocturnal experiences influence who we are when we wake up. If this video has made you question the function of dreams and what happens behind the veil of memory, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to explore these deep mysteries of the mind and the universe. See you in our next video.